Hi guys. Tonight we're going to take a look at the new pedal from Donner. It is called the Verb Square, and it's a multi-verb pedal. So you've got 7 different types of reverb. I keep saying verb. 7 different types of reverb that you can try out here. It's a very simple, straight-up design. True bypass, very small footprint. As you can tell, it's one of Donner's mini pedals. So what have we got here? We've got your E level, which is basically your effects level, how much of the actual effect of the pedal that you're going to put in. And then the decay is how much time you're going to wait until till the reverb is done, basically. And then the last one, which is pretty self-explanatory, it's your tone. So if you need more treble, you need more bass. Sometimes reverbs can get a little muddy. So you can sparkle them up a little bit with a bit more high end in it. So it's nice that the tone dial is there too. 7 different types of delays. Just quickly go through them all. So you've got your room, pretty straightforward settings. Room, hall, and then church, and then spring. So you know the spring reverbs, and plate, and studio, and then one I'm dying to try out a little bit later is the modulation one. Okay, so these are all standard reverbs that you see on most reverb pedals, but then again, very tiny, and again, true bypass. So let's start with a clean tone. How about I take the delay off first? There we go. I'm going to bring my pickups up just a bit here. Okay, here we go. So we're going to start right off the bat with room. So I'll bring the E level up just a bit, and we'll keep the decay where it is. And let's take a listen to this. All right, so I'm gonna bring the decay up a little bit more, give it a little bit more effects level, E level. Very good. Okay, so straight up, that's not bad. Nice open room sound here. So let's move it into the hall. So we're going to get a little bit bigger. Well, first of all, the room again, and then we'll get into the hall. So you can see we're getting a little bigger now. Very nice. Okay, so moving on. So we just did the hall. So there's hall once again. Let's go into church. The space is getting bigger. Good. Okay, let's keep moving on. So now we're going from church to hopefully a slapback spring kind of. good. So now we've got the spring taken care of. Let's go over to the plate sound. We'll just keep moving along here. All right, so I'm going to bring the decay level back. It's obvious that we have lots of trails that we can put on that. And let's bring the E level down a little bit too. Here we go. Cool. Let's keep going. All right, so we've got 2 left here. So we're going to move on to the studio. Getting a little closer now. Yeah, so that's a nice choice if you're going down low. It's got a nice beefy, throaty kind of bottom end to that. I like that voicing. Yep, that's a really nice model there on that setting. Okay, and then the last one here is the modulate one, and I'm going to bring the effects level up a little bit more because I was really curious to hear what this one was going to sound like. So here we go. Effect on that guy. You can really hear that nice chorusy sound coming out. I like it. Let's throw some delay on that. So that is the Verb Square by Donner. You can check them out at donnerdeal.com. Not much to say about it. It's a fantastic straight up reverb pedal. What more do you need? You've got all of your effects levels. You've got your trails there. You've got your tone. 7 different types of reverb to make you happy. And again, true bypass. Nice bright light. You can always tell it's on. Nice small footprint for those of you whose pedalboard real estate is at a premium. All right. So that's it. And if you have any questions, you can always shoot me a message down below. And we look forward to hearing from you soon. Have a great night.
Good morning. I'm trying to smile, as someone has suggested that I do. Not a natural state for me. But at any rate, we're going to be looking at the reverb pedal from Donner this morning. Quite a flexible little guy, I got to say. It has 7 modes, and you can read the information about it to find that out. We have some friends visiting this morning as well, and we're really enjoying having them along for the ride. But anyway, I'm going to run quickly through these 7 modes, give you a little bit of an idea of what it is. Most times, and I'll say this in other reviews, the pedals are meant to be used sparingly, not if you overdo it, it just obliterates the regular sound that you have, the good tone that you might already have. It doesn't add to it. So you want to use these very sparingly. So in some cases, you might not hear it all that much or detect it. It just adds a certain something to the sound. So I'll do this quickly. So let's first look at the room setting. So here's our regular old clean sound. Our old Vibrochamp Gibson guitar. So let's quickly look at the room setting. So here's without. And you can kind of barely notice much. Now if I jack the level up, which I'm not going to do, you could just wash out your original sound. And that's really the problem with most of these things, that if you don't use the effect sparingly, you wash out your tone instead of adding to it. So let's move on to the next. Turn her off, and we are on, what is that say?
Hall.
Hall setting. So, again, here's clean. Here's the hall. As you can tell, that one is quite a bit more out there. So we're going to move on to the church. Now this one has really got a lot to it. So off. There we go. That's a perfect example of using too much, in my opinion. Now we're moving on to the spring reverb, which is typically what's in your Fender, basic Fender amps. Clean sound. The thing of it is that it's a pretty good representation, but again, if you use it modestly, it'll be better. Anyway, next is a plate. And this is more of a studio-ish. Okay, next we have studio. Now studio is going to be similar to the plate and sound, and it might be a little overkill, but it's a little springy, bouncy sound. Okay, lastly, we have a mod, what they call the mod. Anyway, with the mod, there is a little bit of pitch fluctuation in the reverb send or return. So, here we go, quickly. Okay, now this is... So, that happens to be one of my favorites, just because it adds a little twist to the sound, and you can back it off away from the main sound, and it really comes out nicely. So we thank you very much. I thank Rudy and all the puppy dogs and Donner. Hope this is helpful to you. If you got questions, let me know. This is Willett at Shaggy's on a Saturday. Thanks. Bye.
Here's my quick, kind of concise review of the Donner Verb Square. I'm running it through a looper of the Sir Duke breakdown that I butchered, but you know, I'm having fun with this, and I'm doing it on the steel drums, so very unconventional, using the steel drum, the Onsole pan pickup Running it through the Yamaha mixer and then a radial JDI passive direct box coming out of one EV speaker. Just gonna run through all the different sound effects and, you know, give my opinion on this. I'm very new to effects, and my opinion of this is, you know, a noob at best, I would say. Here's the dry signal. This is the room. Switch to the hall reverb. Church reverb. Spring reverb. Plate. Studio. And mod. So, interesting effects going on. I think pretty much anything church, spring, and plate was just a little too much feedback for the steel drum. The room, hall, studio was okay, and mod, they're different. But semi-effective for the steel drum, I would say, and I'm sure more effective for a guitar. Again, I'm just trying to figure this thing out. I would say for the price point, this is a fun little toy to try, and I would recommend it, especially at this price point. Thanks.
Hey guys, welcome to a new episode of Poor Man Pedals. Today we have the Donner Verb Square. Donner was kind enough to send this out to me, so the video is sponsored by them. It's a reverb pedal with 7 different reverb types, and then it's also got a level knob, a decay knob, and a tone knob for you to kind of further tweak your sound a little. Overall, I've really been enjoying it. The color is beautiful. It takes a 9-volt adapter only, so no batteries. And let's go ahead. Let's get some tones. There you go. There's the Donner Verb Square. It's got 7 different reverbs. I'm really liking it. It looks great. It sounds great. And it's been very inspirational for me, actually. So I highly recommend it. Thanks again to Donner for sending one out to me. You can find a link in the description below. And until next time, Poor Man Pedals is out.